I am Michael Boldia, and I welcome you to the Daily Truth. Well, this morning I would like to talk about a somewhat sensitive topic, especially among Christians, because it has to do with the notion that there is no such thing as a part-time Christian. There's no such thing as casual Christianity, as it has been labeled by so many for so long. Now, the reason so many take offense to this truth is because we live amidst a generation that not only encourages and fosters compromise, it actually rewards it. We look at the landscape of today's generation and we see that men who willfully and willingly compromise the truth of the gospel, men who attempt to widen the path of righteousness and water down the truth of what the Word of God says a believer ought to be, are applauded and embraced and received readily by those of the world. You see, the world loves a compromised and compromising believer. And so they elevate them, they promote them, because the world has an agenda. And the world's agenda isn't righteousness. The world's agenda isn't holiness. The world's agenda is lukewarm Christianity becoming mainstream, and righteousness and holiness and living separate unto God becoming some sort of fringe even among Christians. What we must understand is that God sees our salvation as an all or nothing endeavor. We cannot be halfway saved. We cannot be partially redeemed. And so if we belong to God, we must belong to Him in totality. Now, there are many people out there who consider themselves believers who are in fact illegitimate children. The Bible speaks of illegitimate children as far as God is concerned. This means that there are people walking about who consider God to be their father, but whom God has never known. Because there is more to being a child of God than simply saying it with your lips. If the heart is not surrendered to God, if the will is not surrendered to God, if there is no fellowship with God, if you find no pleasure in spending time with Him, then may I submit to you that it would be wise for you to take some time and truly assess whether or not you are saved. Truly assess whether or not you belong to Him. Because countless souls today are walking about thinking themselves believers, simply because they attend church twice a year, or simply because they got baptized long ago because their parents talked them into it. Being a believer is a daily experience. Being saved is a daily experience. Having fellowship with God is something that we do in perpetuity. It is not something we experience once in a long while. It is something that we enjoy and something that graces us every single day of our lives. With God, it has always been all or nothing. With God, it has always been complete surrender or rebellion. I thank you for listening to today's Daily Truth. If you like what you're hearing, please subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, give us a thumbs up on YouTube, whatever you may desire to do. Thank you for listening, and hope to see you again tomorrow. God bless.